I'm David.
I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do the review of Sagrada. And this is part of our project to do videos on the top 100 family games according to users on Board Game Geek.
That's right.
Behind us is a sample of the top 20, and Sagrada, as of October 2019, is in the top 20. If you haven't had a chance, please check out our playthrough video and how to play video. So let's do the overview real quick.
All right, want me to do it?
Nope, I'll do it.
Okay.
It's an abstract game as well as a family game. It's 1 to 4 players, so you can play it solo. Playing time is 30 to 45 minutes, ages 14 and up. And again, you can play this with an 8-year-old.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Easily. But I think they're doing that for regulations reasons.
Because there's dice and little things that could be swallowed?
It might be because, again, remember I told you before that sometimes they'll rate it that high for as whether or not it's classified a toy or a game, depending on what countries are shipping to. Certain regulations require you to do certain types of tests
telling me that,
for lead and things like that, and plastics tests. So if it's something that you rate higher age level, you don't have to do the same tests.
Gotcha.
Anyway, back to the overview.
Okay.
All right, so it's it's dice drafting basically, but card drafting. Why did it say card drafting?
I don't know. There's no cards. Well, there's cards, but it's not.
Oh, you know what it is? The reason I say it's card drafting, and I'll show it on the screen here. Oh, not here. Because when you get these cards and put in your window, you get to decide which one you want to use. So that is true. It is card drafting.
All right.
Dice rolling, pattern building, set collection, and it's by Floodgate Games. All right. So first thing we do is we come up with a list of 5 things, either positive, negative, or neutral, and then we'll give our rating based on the Board Game Geek 1 through 10 rating list. So Julie will go first.
And neither one of us know what the other one's saying till right now. So I love the fun, colorful dice. It's a fun, colorful dice game. It's just really pretty to play. When you're all finished with it, it's so pretty. The boards are nice and thick, and the dice fit perfectly in the little squares for them. The cards, the window.
Well, what you're talking about is the fact that you like the fact that the boards, you can slide the cards in, and it's very,
yeah,
it's
you're
thematic.
not worried about bending the cards and hurting them.
I mean, it's cool. This is a neat design. It's a double-layered cardboard thing.
It's really
and the nice
nice
thing is we backed this on Kickstarter, but this is a Kickstarter game.
Is it really?
That's why we have an extra board and extra card, because
I had no idea.
It was Kickstarter exclusive. So whatever manufacturer did this, the boards are not warping.
Great job, guys.
Sometimes when people do those double-sided cardboard things, they start warping and getting weird.
Oh.
Whoever did this one did it right.
Yeah.
So
great job.
I'd have to ask them where they got it done, because sometimes you've gotten games where they try to do this kind of thing, and they start messing up. All right, so.
Okay, all of the cards, the window, tool, public, private, objective, everything. What's nice is it adds replayability, because you can switch the sides, and there's the tool cards always rotate, and everything changes. It's wonderful. Big key for me is it's fast and very easy to play. And if you guys know me, those are big things for me. It has to be fast, it has to be easy to play, and if there's dice involved, that's like icing on the cake.
Dice games are your favorite.
They are.
Because the reason why Julie likes dice games a lot, because it adds a certain amount of luck. When someone who's more experienced gamer, more strategic like me, if we were playing chess, I'd beat Julie just about every time, 99% of the time.
Unless I cheated.
So there's no luck in chess. So games that have a certain amount of luck in it, she can be more competitive. And that's also something to keep in mind for younger players as well.
Because I happen to roll better than him quite a few oftentimes.
Well, sure. That's fine. You can say that. All right, and here we live in Vegas, and yet we don't gamble.
We really don't.
All right, anyway, so here's mine. It's easy to learn and play. Being the one who has to read the rules all the time, it's nice to pick up a game where I can learn it in 10 minutes and get it going, and there's no problems with the rule book.
Right.
The rule book is
really easy.
Well laid out. I mean,
it's really small.
If you want to see a laid out rule book, right here, this setup page, excellent.
In fact, I set up the game, and I did it all by myself, and I did it perfectly.
So anyway, I mean, it just, when I go over someday, when I go over effective rule book design by showing examples, this is one that will be rated highly
Well,
on the checklist.
I'm sorry, babe. What made it easy for me is they labeled everything on the front of what everything is. So when you're putting things out, if you forget what something is, you just go to the front and it tells you exactly what it is you're looking for.
Well,
It's
the only
perfect.
problem is, yes, I do this here, but on the features on the checklist for my dissertation,
Yeah.
it gets lost in the background. So they would get dinged for the background, but they would get a plus for having for all the components there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that gets into stuff later. It's a well laid out rule book, and so you may think, well, it's a short rule book, David. That's why it's so well laid out. There's short rule books that are laid out badly that are hard to play. All right, but this is short and well laid out and easy to learn.
He's a rule king in this house, so whatever
Okay,
he
anyway,
says goes.
Moving on. Challenging decisions. So you saw when doing the playthrough, it's like, oh my gosh, I had to plan ahead, and I still messed up.
So did I.
But I ended up, well, I won't say who won, but yeah. It's challenging to try to plan ahead because you got to think of, not breaking the rules of having numbers next to each other or colors next to each other. So the combinations of mechanics and theme, here we have an abstract game, but look at this. This looks like a work of art here.
It's
and
beautiful.
Cool.
That's why I love the dice. It's just the colors are just beautiful when you put it all together.
If it didn't have this theme and if it's just putting dice on a playmat,
It'd be boring.
I wouldn't probably. This is why we backed it on Kickstarter so long ago, because I knew you would like it, and the theme was cool.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love it.
Good job by the publisher for that.
Yes.
And that's why it's done so well, because other people agree.
Yeah.
So it can be difficult for some to avoid errors. You saw in the playthrough I pointed out an error to Julie, and she was able to recover that error, but then she made another error.
Yeah.
And if she hadn't made that error, you probably would have won. Well, I just gave away who won. All right. So for me, it's neutral and luck mitigation, because some games like this, they give you... Now, you do have some of these favor tokens to use the tools, but because the tool cards that you might get with the game might not be tool cards you can use to mitigate the luck. So I'm okay with that because the game plays quick. I'm all right that there's not as much luck mitigation. So that's why I'm neutral on it. There's just enough for it not to be a negative, but there's not enough of it to be a positive. So you can get, for lack of a better word, screwed, especially towards the end of the game, depending on what dice you pick out and what numbers you roll, that you might not be able to place everything. And even if you have favor tokens left, might not be any tools that you can use anyways to change the values or move things around. So again, there is some mitigation, but not enough to be a positive, but also not too few to be a negative.
No, I agree. Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look how we rated it. And again, we've played this game a lot since, again, we backed it on Kickstarter and got it. We were some of the first people to get it, and then they had to do a print run right away for other people to get it soon after. So here we go.
And this is the Board Game Geek ranking that we use.
So we both agree that enjoy playing it and would suggest it. So when there's, which means that when there's a dice game that we feel like playing, Sagrada is one that will
definitely
be picked over other games. We might not pick it all the time, but it will be one that we pick over others. And the nice thing is this is a game that our son Eddie will pick a lot. This is one of his favorite games.
This is one of his favorites.
Yeah, and he tends to beat us a lot in this.
Yep, and if he wasn't busy today, we would have had him play with us, but he was a little too busy with work and such, so.
So anyways, that's Sagrada. This is one of our favorite dice game. In fact, when we do our top 100 list, I'm sure this will make both our lists.
Yeah.
Or if we do a top 10 dice games.
It'll definitely be on my list.
It might be on your list. I don't know if we'll make mine. It might.
Because I'm more of the dice person than you.
It doesn't matter. It's other dice games.
Well, whatever.
Oh, whatever. So if we get 100 likes, we will do the expansion, which we haven't opened yet.
Oh.
So we haven't even tried it yet.
Well, that'd be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And please check out the how to play video and the playthrough video. I'm David.
I'm Julie, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.